Your motorcycle could be bleeding money without you knowing it. From seized bolts to failing electrics, small issues snowball into repairs worth thousands. But a $6 can of WD-40 holds 13 hacks that bikers swear by. And hack-11 is so sneaky, most riders won't believe it until they see it in action. Stick around, because at the end, I'll also reveal where spraying WD-40 can actually destroy your bike. Hack-13, vacuum leak detection. One of the sneakiest problems on a motorcycle is a hidden air leak. It throws off your fuel mix. That means the engine runs lean. Hotter temps, rough idle, even loss of power. Here's how you catch it fast. Put the bike on a stand, let it idle, helmet off. Grab your WD-40 with the straw. Spray short bursts around the intake boots. Hit the throttle body or carb area. Check the clamps, the hoses, even the petcock. Listen close. If the idle changes, you found the leak. It's safer than carb cleaner. Won't melt plastics or mess up sensors. Now, don't stop at finding the leak. Fix it. Tighten clamps. Replace cracked rubber. Bad boots or worn O-rings need swapping. After the repair, reset the idle. Take the bike for a spin. It'll run cooler, smoother, stronger. And you just saved yourself a costly shop visit. You've patched the leak, but what if the real trouble isn't in the engine at all? It's hiding where water loves to play. Hack-12, protecting electrical connectors. Vibrant washing makes your bike look fresh, but water sneaks into places it shouldn't. I learned this the hard way. After a good scrub, I jumped on my bike, hit the starter, and nothing happened. The culprit? Corroded connectors under the seat. Motorcycles rely on dozens of tiny electrical links. Think battery terminals, fuse boxes, ignition coils, and those little plugs going into your ECU. When water sits inside, rust forms. Rust means poor connection, misfires, or complete shutdown. This is where WD-40 earns its name. Water displacement, Formula 40. A quick spray on powered-off terminals pushes moisture out and coats the metal. That invisible film keeps rust away and your current flowing strong. For sensitive electronics, I sometimes use WD-40 Specialist Contact Cleaner instead. It leaves no residue, just a clean surface ready to go. Protecting connectors takes seconds, but saves you hours of chasing electrical gremlins later. Plus, it saves you $200 you never planned to spend. Don't think that's pocket change. The mechanics will be happy to take it, but your wallet won't. Speaking of things that hate moisture, there's one part of your bike that cracks under pressure faster than you'd think. Hack-11, protecting weather stripping. Keep rubber soft through every riding season. Rubber seals dry out and crack fast. Cracked seals let water and mildew inside. On motorcycles, that means wet seats and wiring. Small leaks become big, expensive repairs. Start by cleaning rubber with mild soap. Dry completely before any spray application. Use WD-40 Specialist Silicone Spray only. Silicone protects rubber without oils. Never use the original petroleum formula. Petroleum can swell or eat rubber. Spray short bursts along the seal length. Let the product settle for a minute. Wipe excess off with a clean cloth. Thin layer repels water and reduces sticking. Do seats, fairing gaskets, and luggage compartments. Check swing arm seals and rubber bump stops. Repeat every 3 to 4 months. After heavy rain, give a quick touch-up. This keeps your bike dry and quiet. It saves you time and money. Don't skip wiping. Mechanics see residue often. Do it now. Save headaches later. Rubber might stay soft, but your paint? Oh, that's a whole different battlefield, especially when nature leaves its mark overnight. Hack-10, removing tree sap from paint. Nothing kills fresh paint faster than tree sap. It looks harmless, just a few shiny drops, but leave it for weeks and it hardens. Soon, it bonds with your clear coat. That's when paint turns dull, rough, and scarred. I learned this after a summer ride, parked under a maple for shade. Next morning, my tank was covered in glue. Not dirt, not dust, real sticky glue. Here's the trick. WD-40 loosens that hardened sap without sanding. Spray lightly and let it soak in. Don't rush. Give it a minute to work. Then wipe with a microfiber in circles. The sap melts away. Paint's still safe. Important, sometimes avoid direct spraying. For delicate paint, mist a cloth first. Then dab gently until the sap softens. Then wash the area afterward. This removes oily residue and keeps shine. A 5-minute routine beats a $500 repaint. And your bike keeps that showroom sparkle. Your tank is sparkling now, but look closer at the back of your bike. One tiny square often ruins the whole clean look. Hack-9, restoring faded license plates. Every rider cleans the tank, the chrome, the wheels, but the license plate? Forgotten. It hides at the back, catching mud, grease, and road salt. Soon, it looks old, dull, and worse, sometimes even unreadable. That's a ticket waiting to happen. Here's where WD-40 steps in. Spray a light coat over the plate. It lifts away dirt, grease, even light rust. No scrubbing, no sanding, just wipe and shine. You might think your plate is beyond saving. The numbers look faded, the corners caked with grime. But with a few sprays and a cloth, it comes back to life instantly. In minutes, it shifts from junkyard bikes to cared-for machine. For the best results, take the plate off, lay it flat, spray evenly, then wipe. Don't forget the mounting screws. They rust too. This is more than looks. A clean plate avoids police stops, improves resale, and shows you actually care for your ride. Small detail, big difference, zero stress. A plate can shine, sure, but what happens when the bolts holding it laugh in your face and refuse to move? Hack-8. Loosening rusted bolts. Every rider has met that bolt. You know the one, frozen solid, laughing at your wrench. You push harder, it doesn't budge. Push even more, and crack, the head snaps. Now you've just bought yourself a repair you never planned. Rusted bolts don't just test patience, they drain your wallet fast. Caliper bolts, handlebar clamps, engine mounts, these aren't sold piece by piece. Most come in sets, starting at $50. Break 2, and that's already gas money gone. Here's where WD-40 Specialist Penetrant earns its name. It's thin enough to snake through microscopic gaps. It works like a key, unlocking corrosion's grip. One spray, wait a minute, then try again. The stubborn bolt suddenly moves like butter. Want to level up? Get yourself a torque wrench. It tells you exactly how tight to go. No over-tightening, no stripped threads, no future headaches. It's not just about freeing bolts, it's about saving your bike and your budget. Once those bolts are free, your eyes will wander. And when they do, dull chrome pipes whisper the truth. Shine fades faster than you think. Hack-7. Cleaning and shining chrome. Nothing makes a bike pop like shiny chrome, but nothing makes it look older than dull pipes. Road grime, tar, and water spots pile up fast. Soon, your dream bike gleam turns into a hazy blur. Now, here's where riders go wrong. They grab harsh polish or scrub endlessly. That eats time, money, and sometimes even scratches. WD-40 flips the script. A quick spray cuts through grease and tar. It softens the gunk so it wipes away. You're not grinding chrome, you're lifting dirt gently. And here's the sneaky bonus. It leaves behind a thin protective layer. That slows down rust, stains, and future buildup. Your chrome stays cleaner, longer, with less effort. Don't go overboard though. Too much spray leaves an oily film. Wipe off excess with a microfiber cloth. That's the difference between glossy and greasy. In minutes, you've restored the showroom shine and saved cash you'd waste on overpriced polishes. Now your chrome sparkles like jewelry, but jewelry doesn't creak when it drops. Your kickstand? That's another story. Hack-6. Squeaky kickstand fix. Nothing ruins a cool arrival like a squeaky kickstand. You roll up, engine purring, heads turning, and then creak. Everyone notices, and it's not the way you wanted. That noise isn't harmless either. A dry pivot or rusted pin can make the stand bind halfway. One day it refuses to drop fully, and suddenly your bike isn't as secure as you think. That's a disaster waiting to happen. The fix? Aim a WD-40 straw right into the hinge and give it a quick spray. Let it work into the pivot pin, flushing out dirt and moisture. Then cycle the stand a few times. The sound disappears, the motion smooths out, and it feels brand new. What's more, you're not just silencing the squeak, you're protecting the hinge from future rust. That saves you from replacing a pivot or spring, both of which cost more than you'd like. Silence is golden until you realize the real killer isn't noise at all. It's hiding in the very links that pull your bike forward. Hack-5. Removing and preventing rust on motorcycle chains. Most riders think maintenance is just oil, filters, and fluids. But your chain? That's the lifeline of your motorcycle. Ignore it, and rust creeps in faster than you realize. One wet ride or careless wash can leave it spotted overnight. Chains aren't cheap. A replacement can set you back $180 to $250, depending on the bike. And when rust takes hold, performance drops too. You'll feel extra drag, hear grinding noises, even lose smooth acceleration. This is where WD-40 steps up as a quick shield. It's not a full-on chain lube, but it's a lifesaver. A light coat displaces moisture hiding in the links. That stops flash rust before it ever begins. It's like emergency armor. Rain ride? Spray? Post-wash? Spray. It buys you time until proper lubrication. The key is timing. Do it right after water exposure. That's when rust is most aggressive. A 2-second spray today can save you a $200 chain tomorrow. Still with me? Let's talk about a piece of gear you actually wear on your face. One that can turn sticky at the worst moment. Hack-4. Reviving sticky helmet helmet visor hinges. Ever tried opening your visor mid-ride, only for it to stick, squeak, and make you look like you're wrestling with your own helmet? Yeah, not cool. Those hinges are tiny, but when they dry out, they make every flip a struggle. The cure isn't complicated. One quick spray, nothing fancy. WD-40 sneaks into the hinge, pushes out the grime, and suddenly the visor glides like silk. No more crunch, no more sticky fight, just smooth motion every time. Just one finger, up and down, like it should be. And since we're here, let's tackle another headache. Stickers, insurance tags, decals, those random labels you regret sticking on your bike. Peel them off and they fight back, leaving that gross glue haze. Quick mist, gentle wipe, problem gone. The surface stays clean, shiny, and drama-free. It's not just about mechanics. It's about looking sharp, riding smooth, and ditching the little irritations that make bikes feel old before their time. Your visor moves smooth now, but the grime doesn't stop at your helmet. It bakes in on something a whole lot hotter. Hack Hash 3. Cleaning road grime from exhaust pipes. Your exhaust tells stories. Long rides, dirty roads, sticky bugs. You can see it all caked right there on the pipes. But here's the problem. That grime doesn't just look bad, it bakes in with heat. Scrubbing harder only scratches the chrome, leaving scars you'll regret. Here's the smarter move. Mist the pipe with WD-40. Let it creep in, break down the tar, loosen the grease. No elbow-breaking scrubbing needed. Just a microfiber swipe, and suddenly the metal flashes like new. The cool part? It doesn't just clean, it protects. A thin film lingers, making it harder for dirt to stick next time. That's one less Saturday spent hunched over with polish. One more afternoon riding instead. The next time your pipes scream battle-worn, don't panic. 2 sprays, 1 wipe, and you've got shine that makes the whole bike look brand new. Pipes shining, bike gleaming, but one mystery sound still nags you every time you roll. Don't blame the wrong part. Hack Hash 2. Quick chain noise diagnosis. That chain squeak is lying to you. It might not be the chain, could be the slider rubbing, could be the chain guard vibrating, or hooked noisy sprocket teeth. Stop guessing and wasting time. You can diagnose this in just 2 minutes. Put the bike safely on a stand, then start the engine and shift into first gear. Let it idle gently. No need to rev it. With the straw attached, give short controlled mists of WD-40 at different contact points. First the chain, then the sprocket, then anywhere else that could be rubbing. Where the squeak stops, you found it. Mark that spot with chalk. Now shut the engine off safely. Check what the culprit needs. If the chain is now quiet, clean properly. Lubricate with real chain lube afterward. If the slider calmed, inspect wear. Replace a grooved slider before failure. If the guard stopped, tighten its fasteners. If sprocket quieted, check tooth wear. Hooked teeth mean replacement, not lubrication. Safety matters for this test. Keep your hands, sleeves, and tools clear. Stay focused. One careless move could harm you. This trick saves hours of guessing. It also prevents pointless chain swaps. Find the noise, fix the cause. Noise solved. But here's the catch. Sometimes the danger isn't what you hear, it's what you can't see when the skies open up. Hack Hash 1. Fog-free mirrors in rain. Wiping your mirrors with a glove mid-ride is dangerous. One hand off the bar, eyes off the road, and suddenly you're guessing instead of seeing. That's how small distractions turn into big accidents. Rain loves mirrors. Fog builds up, droplets smear, and your view disappears in seconds. Riders often accept it as normal, but it doesn't have to be. You don't need a fancy bottle of anti-fog spray either. Mist a little WD-40 onto a soft cloth, then buff it across your mirrors until it's invisible. That's the key. Thin and even, not greasy. The coating makes water bead and roll away before it sticks. Fog has a much harder time clinging too. The result? Clear mirrors that actually stay clear. You spot cars, riders, and hazards quicker. You make faster, safer decisions in the chaos of traffic. It's a tiny tweak, but one that could prevent the kind of mistake you never walk away from. Now, WD-40 feels like a magic fix for everything, right? But hold up, there are places on your motorcycle where it should never go. Let's break down where not to spray. Number 1, using inside engines. Engines are picky. They're designed to run on carefully engineered motor oil, not quick sprays from a can. WD-40 might feel like a fix in a pinch, but inside the engine, it's a disaster waiting to happen. Here's why. WD-40 isn't an oil replacement. It evaporates under heat, leaving bare metal surfaces exposed. Without a stable oil film, pistons and bearings grind against each other, creating brutal friction. That friction means overheating, and overheating leads to warped parts, seized bearings, and sometimes a completely locked engine. Motor oil also carries additives that WD-40 simply doesn't have. Detergents keep dirt suspended so filters can catch it. Anti-wear agents form protective layers at high pressure. WD-40 lacks both, so contaminants build up and metal parts eat themselves alive. The result? Repairs in the thousands, new bearings, rebuilt top ends, even full engine replacements, all because the wrong fluid went inside. So remember, WD-40 belongs on hinges, chains, bolts, not inside your engine. Stick to proper motor oil or risk destroying the very heart of your bike. If the heart of your bike can't handle WD-40, imagine what happens when the part that actually stops it gets coated. Number 2, spraying on brakes. Brakes are the one place you can't mess around. They work because of friction, pure grip, nothing else. Spray WD-40 on them and that grip is gone. Remember, WD-40 is a lubricant, not a brake product. Just one spray can soak your pads. And once they're soaked, stopping power drops fast. You'll press the lever harder, but the bike won't respond. That's how accidents happen. Sometimes the damage is permanent. Oil seeps into the pads, and no amount of cleaning brings them back. At that point, you're looking at a full replacement. And it's not just the pads. Lubricants can also damage rubber seals in your calipers. When those fail, fluid leaks out, and then you've got no brakes at all. So, here's the safe move. Never spray WD-40 near pads or rotors. If you need to clean brakes, use the right cleaner that evaporates clean and leaves zero residue. When it comes to brakes, don't gamble. A few bucks on the right cleaner beats a hospital bill. Stopping power is sacred, but here's the twist. Sometimes, the real damage doesn't scream. It quietly cracks from the inside out. Number 3, on rubber seals and hoses. Rubber might look tough, but it's actually one of the most sensitive materials on your bike. Think of the seals around your forks, the hoses that carry fuel, or the O-rings keeping oil where it belongs. They're all built to flex, stretch, and hold pressure. The problem is, WD-40's original formula doesn't play nice with rubber. What happens is this. The solvents inside WD-40 pull out the oils that rubber naturally needs to stay soft. At first, you might not notice a thing, but give it a few weeks or months, and the damage starts to show. Rubber seals begin to harden, cracks form on the surface. That perfect seal turns into a slow leak. Suddenly, you've got oil seeping, fuel dripping, or air escaping where it shouldn't. And that's not just messy, it can be expensive and dangerous. The safer move is to switch products. Use a proper silicone spray instead. Silicone keeps rubber flexible, conditions it, and adds a protective layer. That way, your hoses and seals last longer, and your bike stays tighter and safer on the road. Those cracks spread where you least expect, but riders also slip up in a place that looks harmless, a spot they swear they're just cleaning. Number 4, spraying on scratches. Chains are the heart of your motorcycle's drive system. Without proper care, they wear fast, stretch out, and cost you big money to replace. Now, WD-40 does a great job at cleaning. It dissolves grime, knocks out water after a rainy ride, and keeps flash rust from forming. For that purpose, it's brilliant. But here's where riders often make a mistake. They treat WD-40 like it's an all-in-one chain lube. It's not. The original formula doesn't have the thickness or staying power of real motorcycle chain lubricants. It evaporates too quickly, and without a proper lubricant, the chain's metal-on-metal contact starts to eat itself alive. You'll notice the rollers squeaking again, the links feeling dry, and eventually, the sprockets wearing down unevenly. That kind of wear shortens the life of both your chain and sprockets, costing you hundreds. So the smarter play is this. Use WD-40 as a cleaner and water displacer, but always follow up with a proper chain lube. The two work hand in hand. WD-40 keeps rust away, and the lube keeps friction down. That's 13 WD-40 hacks to save you thousands and keep your motorcycle running smooth. But smart riders know maintenance is only half the story. The real edge comes from insider tricks on the road. So stick around for 17 motorcycle secrets only real riders know. You'll ride differently.